So choosing, consciously choosing to assume positive intent, consciously choosing to assume trust, that I can trust myself, I can trust my decision making, I can trust in my behavior, and I can trust in my intention setting. And when we can trust ourselves with this, we can trust other people, which is a journey in itself. Assuming positive intent and assuming good intent and reflecting that in my behavior, that's where it begins. So just now really deepening into positive intention. Notice your intentions. Consciously set intentions. How do you want to move through the day? How do you want to impact others? What are your values? What's your future vision? What do you intend to do today to move towards that, to act in alignment with your core values, to act in alignment with a way that drives you forward towards that future vision? Intention, and intention setting. So really start to consider, what are your intentions? How do you set your intentions currently? Where are you at with that? How do you move through life intentionally? How do you intend to address the day today? How do you intend to move forward today? How do you intend to feel at the end of the day today? Just start getting used to this practice of intention and assuming makes an ass of you and me. We used to hear in corporate days, never assume. But if we can assume positive intent, it brings us into a much more empowered space where we're almost, again, expectations. There's a whole new topic, a whole different topic on expectations, but it brings us into a space of expecting magic to happen, expecting good things to fall into our laps, expecting to receive good news. That kind of fizzy feeling, I intend to be open to receive today. I intend to be open to receive the best of this person today. But moving with conscious intent and assuming positive intent are such powerful ways of, again, coming into this lightness of being. It's a really tough place to be when you're assuming somebody always wants something. Really tough place to be when you're assuming that the day is going to carry burden with it or sacrifice with it. These are beliefs that we've had our entire life, and we're not just going to shake them off. But if we can start reprogramming ourselves to not assume burden and sacrifice, we can say no. We can hold our boundaries. And this isn't something where you just do a module on boundaries and now you've got it and you can move on to now positive intent. This is habit stacking. So it happens on the fly, it's dynamic every day. Somebody pushes your buttons and stretches the edge of your boundaries. That creates the trigger. Now you're deciding, how do I work with that? And how does that relate to how you intend to move through the day? Because that's what it's about. You're not going to be able to control how somebody comes at you, but you can control how you intend to respond to people today. Am I going to take a breath before I react? Am I going to assume that they do have positive intent and this is coming from a good place, that they care and that's why they're projecting this way? We never know the other person's story if we're talking about other people. We never know their story. So coming out of that judgment again, coming out of judgment and just assuming they mean well. Not everybody does, of course not. And this isn't about being a complete idealist, which I am a little bit. So we do need to be real with this. We can't just live in a dream world, much as I try. But just starting to bring in, firstly, you never know other people's stories. Firstly, you know your story, so you can greet yourself with compassion. If you can greet yourself with compassion for the stories that you have about yourself, and you intend to move forward with yourself with compassion, with gentleness, upping the self-care, giving myself more space, however it needs to look, but just setting those intentions before the actions deepens us into that level of self-awareness.